internal communications team to talk about some of our biggest comms challenges and what like an ideal future state would look like for change management. First and foremost, our biggest challenge right now is the ability to influence decision making. So this is, really becoming that strategic partner. Number two is sort of related, early engagement with communications and an unwillingness to bring in other stakeholders. So this isn't just communications, this is everybody. So bringing them early into the process to spot gaps and opportunities. As I mentioned before, sustaining change in the long run. And then last but not least, measurement and a lack of data. So we came up with 4 solutions. Number one, comms advocacy. We need to be our own best advocates. We need to almost do comms campaigns for communications. I'm a big fan of that, and we need to establish ourselves and build a seat at the table. A change playbook. Again, this idea of a playbook, we need to define what role we're going to have and build ourselves into that with a lot of specificity. In our perfect world, we'd have a center of excellence, COE, built just around change management and with a dedicated communications resource among other roles that are solely driving change management. And finally, live feedback, and this is where AI comes into play once again. We have the ability to process a huge amount of survey data, and we need to do more live surveying instead of the one-off voice of the employee survey that you get maybe once a year or maybe every a couple times a year, and we can really do real-time surveying that will help us drive more real-time actions. So this would be our optimal future state, and if we did all of these things, we could drive exceptional change management, not only for short periods of time, but sustain them over long periods of time as well.